Good day, beautiful souls. I am your host, the Trail of the Lord from Southern Tea with a Twist podcast. And I am here a little late, but I'm here for my self-care check-in part 2 and part 3. So let's jump on in. So y'all know that I'm doing this 52-week self-care journey. And my intentions is to do weekly videos to go over what I've been doing that last 7 days. So, part 2 is physical self-care. Physical self-care is what many people describe when they talk about self-care. It includes being active, sleeping well, eating well, and basically any other physical activity that makes you feel calm and relaxed. As well as this, physical self-care also means paying attention to your body and the signals it gives you. This could be hunger cues, emotional cues, or even resting when you're sick. Honoring these feelings and connecting with what your body needs is a great foundation to your overall self-care. So that's part 2. So that would have been day 8. Day 9 is the self-care assessment. So here I graded myself over the past 14 days. Think about self-care behaviors in relation to your physical health. And so my 14 days would have been from May 17th to May 3rd. So the assessment consisted of I get 7 to 8 hours of sleep at night. 1 never, 2 rarely, 3 sometimes, 4 often. I eat regularly, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I ate nutritious meals. I move my body enough to break a sweat. I drink 8 glasses, 2 liters of water a day. I took time to be sexual with myself or my partner. I pampered myself. I stretched or did yoga. I completed my personal hygiene routine. So this, again, that was the assessment. I graded myself. For the most part, everything was either a 3 or a 4. The eating regularly is a 2. I rarely eat regularly, and that's also going to play out with as we continue to move forward in part 2. So day 10 was a physical check-in. So here you're journaling. Use this page as a space to unload your feelings. Don't overthink, just write. So I did a physical check-in. I was, just writing. All right, moving on to day 11. Now, this was interesting. This was a sleep tracker where you track. Sleep is an invaluable part of our self-care, but it is an easy part of our lives to neglect. Use this page to track your sleep habits for the next 2 weeks to see what you notice. So, this started on the 19th, and as of tomorrow, this will wrap up my sleep tracker. And I really got to do better with my self-care sleeping, because going to sleep, the earliest I've went to sleep over the last 2 weeks of tracking this was 10 p.m. Everything after that, well, in between that, 11, 12, 3. But typically, like, my average sleeping time is about 12. And my typical wake up is about 7 a.m. Again, this was when school was in. I have a 5:30 alarm to wake up my oldest for school, and then I have another alarm at 7. So I'm waking up at 5:30, taking another little nap, and waking up at 7 while going to sleep as early as 12 a.m. So I definitely got to do better with that. Day 12 was a movement planner. Any well-balanced self-care routine should include a regular exercise. Create a schedule for moving mindfully 5 days a week. So, I didn't create a movement planner because at least 3 days out the week, maybe 4, depending on if I meet my target goal, but at least 3 days out the week, I'm walking anywhere from 2 to 2.5 miles, and I'm also incorporating a bike ride. I have a bicycle my husband bought me for Christmas, so I'm incorporating that in my exercise. So I didn't really put a plan together, but I did track the activities that I did do over the course of that week, which was walking the track and doing a bike ride. My goal every week is to do 7 miles. I'm thinking about bumping it up, but I'm like just meeting the 7. So we'll stay there for right now. So that was day 12. All right. Day 13 was a food diary. Again, this is something that I definitely have to work on. Proper nutrition does wonders for your mind and body. Track your food and water intake for a full week and see if there are any areas for improvement. Most definitely. Typically, I do not eat breakfast. So when I track myself over the course of 7 days, there is no breakfast. Lunch, I do have a lunch, and for dinner, it's a very small portion of just something to put on my stomach. So I definitely got to do better with my eating habits and probably incorporating more healthier meals since I'm not eating breakfast. Maybe my lunch needs to be a lot more healthier, and then whatever dinner plans we have, and my water intake. I started a couple weeks ago. I have this gallon jug that I was filling up, trying to drink a gallon of water a day. I probably made it through about a good 5 days of consistently doing that. Then when the weekend come, I was like, I'm not gonna drink all that water during the weekend. I just do half, and then just stuff happening. I don't want to carry the water bottle around, so I've kind of fell off from that. I'm drinking more water than I was before the gallon came in my existence, but I still got to do better. So eating and drinking water is definitely, and sleeping should be top priorities from this challenge. Like I'm saying, like I really have to work on that. So that was day 13. Day 14 is a hair care and self-care checklist. There's a lot of grooming involved in being a Black woman, especially on wash day. You gotta tell me. That's why I got braids. When you're feeling extremely low, it's very common for even the smallest personal hygiene tasks to feel overwhelming. The key is to focus on one thing at a time. Create a list as a reminder of daily/weekly must do. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did not complete that. Grooming is not a challenge, I would say, in a sense. I really didn't know how to fill that out. Like, it's a routine every day to wash my face, brush my teeth. I have braids in, so my hair maintenance is not that much. I don't have a full face routine that I go through. I have a face wash, a little moisturizer. I don't wear full face makeup. If I do something, I might throw some eyeliner on, a little lip gloss, chapstick, and that's pretty much about it. Now, during probably the week before this, I did go get a pedicure. I went and got a manicure before I got my nails done. I went and got my eyebrows waxed, and probably I got my hair done like the end of the last month. So I didn't complete that. I didn't, because I really didn't have anything to put there as a to-do list or must do over the course of the week. My hair and skincare routine is very minimal. Okay. And so day 15 was a body scan checklist. Now, again, I didn't complete this because when on that particular day, like, I wasn't angry, I didn't have no anxiety, there was no sadness, no fear, no shame. So I feel like to really go through that checklist of body scans, like, I needed to be in that space to be honest with my body and myself to answer these questions. Recognizing how our body feels can help us to identify our emotions and then work out how to deal with them. Using this checklist below, turn your attention to various parts of your body to help identify which emotions you are feeling. So in one of my therapy sessions a little over a year ago, this was something that we did go over. When I'm angry, like, what does my body feel like? It's tension, my shoulders are tense, I get these knots in my stomach, like little things like that. But I was able to identify that because I was probably in that space. But this is I like this idea, and hopefully, not hopefully if I get angry or any of those things, but hopefully if I start to feel those emotions, I can reflect back to this and identify the signals and signs that my body is giving me. For example, like anxiety, fast heartbeat, sweaty palms, stomach butterflies, shortness of breath, dizziness, tight chest. You won't, unless you probably suffer from that consistently, then I wouldn't be able to like pinpoint, oh yeah, my palms get sweaty. For me, when I'm nervous, that's when my palms get sweaty. Sadness, nausea, muscle aches, headache, pit in your stomach, lump in your throat, blurred vision, fatigue. So I think that's a really good challenge to challenge yourself to really identify what parts of your body gives you those signs that, you know, you're angry, you're triggered, you're sad, and being able to, because once you are able to identify, then you're able to acknowledge and try to move forward in a more healthier way. So that was part 3. Again, a lot of this consisted of tracking over the course of a week or so or 2. So like I said, I really have to work on my sleeping and my diet and water intake. So I can tell you right now, with the physical self-care, that's an area of definite improvement for me. So this is part 2 of the self-care check-in challenge. I hope this information brings some form of insight or value to you. Again, this book, the Self-Care Workbook for Black Women, this was purchased on Amazon. I believe I paid about $12, $13 for it. Not quite sure, but it's definitely worth it. So please be sure to continue to follow. Episode 2 is coming out very, very soon for the month of June. I cannot wait to give you guys a little details about what that episode is about and who my guest is. Right now, episode 1 is still streaming. You can find it on all of the social medias. TikTok, which is STWAT_host. On Instagram at STWAT podcast. And Facebook is Southern Tea Podcast Facebook page. The link to the podcast is on all of those platforms. Be sure to like, share, and follow. And also comment and share with me, how do you self-care? Can you relate to any of the topics or things that I've already discussed with you guys from my self-care challenge, and how are you doing with that? Are you doing this challenge as well? Please be sure to share with me, tag, so that we can support and motivate each other. Until next time, beautiful souls, I will see you on the next one. Good night.